Greetings, tryhards. Well, time to take a look at the third book in the Twilight novel series, Eclipse. The story begins with Seattle, Washington being plagued by a string of unsolved murders, which Edward Cullen suspects is caused by a newborn vampire with an uncontrollable thirst for human blood. As Edward and Bella apply to colleges, Bella tells Edward she wants to visit her friend Jacob Black, a locally Native American who, like some other tribe members, can shapeshift into a wolf. Edward worries for Bella's safety, but she assures him that neither Jacob nor the wolf pack would harm her. During one visit, Jacob tells Bella that he's in love with her. He wants her to choose him over Edward. Bella tells Jacob she considers him only as a friend. Aww. Meanwhile, Alice Cullen has a vision that the vampire Victoria has returned to Forks. Victoria seeks to kill Bella to avenge her mate, James's death. Alice takes Bella to the Cullen house for a sleepover. Bella learns about Rosalie's past that led to her eventual transformation to a vampire and why she treasures humanity. Bella is determined to become a vampire, but eventually agrees to reconsider her decision. A few days later, Edward proposes to Bella. Aww. Despite having an aversion to marriage, Bella accepts on condition Edward will make love to her while she is still human. The Cullens soon realize that the Seattle murders are being committed by an army of newborn vampires controlled by Victoria. The Cullens join forces with the Wolfpack to combat this threat, after their longtime allies, the Denali Coven, refuse to help them. As everyone prepares for battle, Edward, Bella, and Jacob camp in the mountains to stay hidden during the battle. Seth Clearwater, a young Wolfpack member, later joins them to wait out the fight. Jacob overhears Edward and Bella discussing their engagement. Upset, he threatens to join the fight and get himself killed. Bella stops Jacob by kissing him and realizes she also loves him. During the battle, Victoria tracks Edward's scent to Bella's hiding place. Edward fights and kills Victoria. Yay! The Cullens and their allies defeat her vampire army. Afterwards, Bella tells Jacob that she loves him, but her love for Edward is greater. The book ends with Bella proceeding to tell Charlie that she intends to marry Edward. The epilogue reveals that a heartbroken Jacob has run away in his wolf form. Leah is sympathetic, having gone through a similar heartbreak with Sam. She reveals her own disgust and hatred for Bella. Ugh. So anyway, let's take a look at development, inspirations, and influences when it comes to this novel. Meyer finished a rough draft of Eclipse before the release of Twilight in October 2005. However, she said that the final manuscript did not differ much from the rough draft. Originally, the book had a different ending when Eclipse was intended to be the final book in the series, as Meyer was signed to a 3-book deal with Little, Brown and Company. Meyer stated that the events of Eclipse are centered on Bella's choice to become a vampire and fully comprehending the price she has to pay to undergo the transformation, which she didn't understand in Twilight and New Moon. She said that every aspect of the novel revolves around this point, every backstory, every relationship, every moment of action. According to Meyer, the book was inspired and influenced by Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, although she does not like the book. She said that the characters of the book fascinate her and she enjoys reading certain parts, but does not enjoy the book as a whole because she finds it very depressing, an opinion expressed by Edward in Eclipse. When comparing Edward and Jacob to Heathcliff and Edgar Linton of Wuthering Heights, she said, you could look at Edward and Jacob from one perspective and say, okay, this one is Heathcliff and this one is Edgar. And someone else might say, no, wait a second, because of this and that reason, that one is Heathcliff and the other one is Edgar. I like that confusion, because that's how life is. In August 2009, The Telegraph reported that HarperCollins' Wuthering Heights edition, which has a gothic cover similar to the Twilight covers, has sold more than 10,000 copies since May of that year, more than twice as many as the traditional Penguin Classics edition, and topped the newspaper's classic book chart for the first time due to my referencing the novel. Interesting. Now on to the cover of the book. The book jacket features a torn red ribbon. Although it was supposed to be disclosed to the public in May 2007 at the Eclipse prom, Barnes & Noble and Meyer's official website premiered the newly released cover in March 2007, along with a preview summary of the book's plot. The broken ribbon represents choice, As in the book, Bella must choose between her love for the vampire Edward Cullen and her friendship with the werewolf Jacob Black. Meyer also stated that the ribbon represents the idea that Bella is unable to completely break away from her human life. Movie 10 covers featuring Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, and Taylor Lautner, who portrayed Bella, Edward, and Jacob in the feature film, were released in May 2010. So overall, I think this is actually a pretty darn good book, and it's my favorite. It's my favorite book in the Twilight novel series. So yeah. So overall, I give Eclipse 5 vampire fangs out of 5. We'll tune in tomorrow as we take a look at the final book in this series, Breaking Dawn. And then after that, we're going to be looking at the movies. So, until next time, see you, everybody.